medical services on the island of Culebra. It seems a change has finally been made. According to CBS News, officials in Puerto Rico have announced that they're adding 6 paid paramedics to Culebra. The island has reported 18 known drowning deaths since 1994, and as Begno showed us, had no working paramedics or available ambulances stocked with necessary emergency supplies. In addition, Puerto Rico's government said it's also hiring 6 paramedics to work at Vieques, another island just south of Culebra. This change will finally give visitors and residents a sense of peace while swimming on their beautiful beaches. And continuing our coverage in Puerto Rico, Governor Pedro Pierluisi and administration for the socioeconomic development of the family announced a new disbursement of the Pandemic Food Assistance Program that will impact more Puerto Rican families, including those with infants under the age of 5.
Families with minors will receive a new assistance for the purchase of food. This new disbursement comes from the Pandemic Food Assistance Program, PEVT, which this time grants 2 benefits. The summer PEVT, which applies to minors enrolled in public and private schools who receive lunchroom service at schools of the Department of Education, and the PEVT Summer Childcare, which is aimed at children under 5 years of age. With both grants, a single payment of $455 per minor will be made, and it will be reflected in the accounts of each family that is registered in the program. The money will automatically reach families who already receive funds from the Nutritional Assistance Program, PAN. The government estimate is that some 76,000 children up to the age of 5 will be able to receive the aid, while another 304,000 as of a school age will be eligible for the $455 payment. With these disbursements, we contribute so that our most needed families can provide better food opportunities for their sons and daughters with better access to health, varied and balanced foods. All this is part of our continuous effort to seek alternatives that result in relief to the pockets of our families who need it most, said Governor Pedro Pierluisi during press conference.
And that was our Francis Felix reporting for us there. Well, meantime, Jamaica is celebrating its Diamond Jubilee, 60 years of independence. And for that milestone, there was a pretty big celebration in the Caribbean country. Our Deandra Hamilton takes us there.
As Jamaica, a predominantly Christian country, counts down the days to its Diamond Jubilee, or 60 years of independence, the nation started its week of celebrations with an Emancipation and Independence Church service on Sunday, July 31st, to give praise to God and to speak to the people of the country.
God is the one who brought us out of British chattel slavery into freedom to be our God. It is also God who brought us out as a colony of the United Kingdom to be an independent nation.
We believe the day has come for us to stand up as a nation and do what needs to be done. We need a new look for Jamaica. We need a new look Jamaica for our children. We need a new look Jamaica for our grandchildren.
A highlight of the service was a special sand pouring ceremony that featured 3 individuals of different generations pouring the sand in the colors of the flag, black, green, and gold. It went into a vase while a poem written by Poet Laureate of Jamaica 2021-2024, Olive Sr., was being read.
Together we have come a long, long way. Yes, we kept the dream alive, the tree of hope we've nourished, through give and take, through compromise.
The church service was hosted by the government of Jamaica through the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport under the theme, Reigniting a Nation for Greatness with Gratitude, Discipline, and Commitment to God. The service was also attended by the Prime Minister, the opposition leader, parliamentarians, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, special guests, members of the host church, and members of the public. Deandra Hamilton reporting.
And continuing our coverage in Jamaica, the Ministry of National Security is pushing for the mandatory participation of inmates in rehabilitation programs and correctional facilities. The Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security, Xavier Maine, pointed out that currently participation is voluntary, and he said that limits the Department of Correctional Services' ability to ensure inmates leave the system equipped for reintegration into society.
The participation of inmates in rehabilitation programs is, however, and unfortunately voluntary. So an inmate may choose not to become part of the programs that are designed to rehabilitate them in preparation for their release back into society. But we continue to urge the courts that as part of its sentencing regime to make orders for inmates to participate in suitable rehabilitation programs.
Now, Minister Maine made the comments at the passing out parade of 63 new correctional officers who he said will help to protect the public from dangerous actors, deter crime, and help carry out justice for those who have been wronged by criminal elements. He said that during the last recruitment process, a new curriculum was designed and implemented to enhance the Department of Correctional Facilities. Well, switching gears now to the latest on the travel industry, a number of cruise lines are dropping the requirement of a pre-cruise COVID test for vaccinated guests on shorter trips. In the coming days, Carnival Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, and MCS Cruises will no longer require pre-cruise testing for vaccinated guests on trips of 5 nights or less. And Virgin Voyages, Azamara, and Margaritaville at Sea are dropping required pre-embarking testing. The changes come after the Center for Disease Control and Prevention ended its COVID program for cruise ships just last month. The CDC said cruise lines have the tools and guidance they need to manage their own COVID programs. In its latest guidance, the CDC said cruise lines should consider mandating COVID tests for travelers close to departure and highly recommends testing within a day of the start of the cruise. Well, meantime, the Virgin Islands Department of Education is releasing new COVID guidance for schools. These guidelines come just before school gets started again next week in the USVI on Monday, August 8th. Masks are no longer required to be worn in school buildings. Also, mask testing is not required to return to school after extended breaks. The Department of Education is still encouraging students, teachers, and staff to social distance while on school grounds. The Department of Health will do contact tracing for every positive case and says there is the potential to test the entire school building if there is a COVID outbreak. Well, still to come here on One Caribbean News, you may have heard the term seasonal depression. It's usually linked with changes in mood during cold temperatures.